Okay, so this video is designed to help you if you need to assist a student with making a reservation for one of the law library study rooms. So we do have an online reservation system for our study rooms, and you can get to the system from the law library's website. What you want to do is just scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then this first featured box with the link that says reserved study rooms and equipment, if you want to just go ahead and click there. And here you can kind of see the main screen. The options for both equipment and study rooms are here, and we'll talk about the equipment in a separate video. But in this video we'll talk about how to help a student book rooms. So you can kind of see that all the policies are here, and we like the students to be aware of them before they book, so you can kind of see some of the guidelines. The most important ones are that the maximum length that you can reserve a room is for 4 hours, and that no student can reserve more than 12 hours per week total. So, if they have groups or that kind of thing, then they're going to want to divide up their reservation among the different students in the group so that no one goes over the 12 hours. So, if they have any policy questions about the rooms, this here is a good place to look. And of course, you can always ask me, your supervisor, if there are any questions after that. So, anyway, so the first thing, to start a room reservation is to go here under the book rooms drop down, and you can reserve actually both our study rooms and the 2 technology learning tables on the main floor of the library. They're broken into 2 separate groups, but most often students are looking to book a study room, so choose that. And sometimes it just takes a second to get all of the availability to load. So, once you see the green boxes, you know that it's loaded the system, and green means that those times are available. If it were red, that means that the room is already booked for that time, and you'll see when we try to make a reservation that a pending reservation will come in yellow. So currently we have 5 rooms that can be reserved. There's room 129 here on the main floor, and the 4 study rooms downstairs. You can kind of see here that it indicates the capacity, how many students the room holds. So if somebody comes up to the desk and they're not sure which room they want, but they say, oh, I've got 5 people in my study group, then you'd want to maybe look at room 21 as being the best option as opposed to one of the smaller rooms. So if they say that, okay, yes, I'm interested in room 21 and I'd like to reserve that starting at 4 o'clock, then what you want to do is just go across on room 21 and start by clicking in the box that corresponds to 4 o'clock as the start time. Do that. And you can see that it defaults to a 4-hour reservation, but if they wanted it for less than that, you can just go here and adjust the end time. If they said, oh, I only need it for 2 hours, you could click on 6 o'clock and it'll adjust the reservation time. Just a couple things while we're on this screen. If they were looking for some date in the future, instead of reserving a room for today, you can use these arrows to kind of just advance the date that way, or use the go to date function to pull up a calendar and select a date too. But I'll show you too, there's also this option to add equipment at the same time that you're booking a room. I think it's simpler to do the booking separate, and we don't have that many students that are looking to book a room and equipment at the same time. So I'm not going to show that in the video, but if that ever comes up and they'd like to do both at the same time, there is a way to do that. The scenarios I've seen that come up in is when students want to reserve a study room and also like a portable projector and screen. Maybe they're practicing, a presentation in class or something like that, but doesn't happen that often. So anyway, once you have your time set for your booking, you would submit times. And if you're helping the student with this up at the circulation desk, usually I just kind of will hand them the keyboard for this part. I think that's a little easier, but they just, oops, something is happening. I gotta go away. But you would just want to type in their first and last name, or have them do it, and then the system does require you to put in a valid usd.edu address, so that's so that people outside of the university can come in and start making reservations. So they can't use their Gmail address or something like that. You need to use their USD, and then you just click submit. And you'll see that it gives them a confirmation message that their booking is pending library approval. It will send me as a supervisor an email letting me know that they've met a reservation, and I just go in and click a button to approve it. But it will be blocked out on the calendar as soon as they go through this process, so another student can book it. If they wanted to make another booking at the same time, go back here, and it will just take you back to that same screen. And now you can see, because the booking process is complete, that the booking shows up in red like that. There's some other filtering options here. If you wanted to toggle over to the learning centers, or you can actually filter this by room capacity, so those options are there too. But sometimes, all it takes is to show students where the link to the system is, and they will, want to make the reservation themselves. But it is good to know how to walk students through the process up at the circulation desk if you can. So that's room bookings in a nutshell.